Hi there, this is Dr. Jenny Yoon. Today we're going to discuss vitamin B. Vitamin B is important for women's health, especially the B6, B12, and folic acid. These are essential for brain function, red blood cell formation, and building DNA, which you know is the building block for everything in our bodies. The vitamin B6 includes 3 different forms that have big names, which we won't go through today. Humans can't produce vitamin B6, so it must be ingested from diet. B6 plays an important role in metabolism that ranges from production of neurotransmitters, which are essentially chemical signals that our nerve cells use to communicate with the rest of the body. B6 also plays an important function for producing enzymes that are needed in red blood cell formation and function. Another function of B6 is that it binds to steroid hormone receptors in the body to decrease their effect. The steroid hormones that are affected include estrogen, progesterone, testosterone, and others. This suggests that B6 may play a role in breast and prostate cancers. B6 deficiency can cause neurological symptoms such as irritability, depression, confusion, as well as inflammation of the tongue, sores or ulcers of the mouth. B6 deficiency can also impair production of lymphocytes, which are immune system cells that help fight diseases, as well as interleukin-2, which is an immune system protein. Both of these are important for proper functioning of our immune system. Food sources of B6 include fortified cereal, banana, salmon, turkey, chicken, potatoes, spinach, hazelnuts, and vegetable juice. Toxicity from B6 overconsumption can result in pain and numbness of the extremities, and when severe, it can lead to difficulty in walking. This vitamin is best to ingest in the form of food rather than in the form of supplements to avoid this toxicity. Next, let's talk about vitamin B12, which is unique in that it contains the metal cobalt. For this reason, compounds that contain B12 are called cobalamin. Methylcobalamin and another form of cobalamin are the 2 forms of B12 that can be used in the human body. Cobalamin is important for 2 enzymes which are required for production of amino acids. The methionine synthase is an enzyme that is important for making of methionine. This is important for normal cell division, protein production, and metabolism. Abnormal function of this enzyme can cause accumulation of a compound called homocysteine, which has been associated with increased risk of cardiovascular disease. Another enzyme called L-methionine-CoA mutase, it's a big name, but the important thing is that it plays an important role in production of energy from fats and proteins, as well as production of hemoglobin, which carries oxygen in the red blood cells. So in order for a human body to absorb B12, it requires proper functioning of the stomach, pancreas, and small intestine. Diseases that affect these organs can cause B12 deficiency. The most common cause of B12 deficiency are poor absorption of B12 in the intestines and an autoimmune condition called pernicious anemia. Pernicious anemia results from destruction of stomach cells by one's own antibodies, so it's an autoimmune disease. This inhibits B12's absorption. As people age, the lining of the stomach and the intestines may undergo changes that decrease absorption of nutrients, including B12. People who undergo removal of the part of the stomach or part of the small intestine especially those surgeries that are done for weight loss, can also suffer from B12 absorption problems. People with conditions such as celiac disease and tropical sprue and those with pancreatic problems can also develop B12 deficiency. Since B12 is found in foods of animal origin only, vegan diet can cause deficiency. Alcoholics and people with AIDS are also at risk for B12 deficiency. Only bacteria can produce B12, humans cannot. Vitamin B12 is present in animal products such as meat, poultry, fish, including shellfish, and to a lesser extent milk, but it's not generally present in plant products. For this reason, strict vegetarians who eat no animal products need supplemental B12 to meet their requirements. Also, people over the age of 50 should obtain their B12 in supplements or fortified foods like cereal because of the increased likelihood of poor B12 absorption due to changes in their intestine and stomach due to age. Symptoms of B12 deficiency can lead to a type of anemia called megaloblastic anemia. This anemia can cause impairment of DNA synthesis that affects rapidly dividing cells of the bone marrow. This can lead to immature, abnormally large-looking red blood cells. And these cells can't carry as much oxygen as the normal red blood cells, so it impairs our oxygenation. Neurological symptoms of B12 deficiency include numbness and tingling of the arms and legs, difficulty walking, memory loss, disorientation, and dementia. This neurological damage is thought to be due to damage to the nerve sheath or the outer covering that protects the nerve itself, and this sheath is called myelin. Myelin acts as a protective sleeve for the nerves. B12 supplements available by prescription in an injectable form or as a nasal gel for treatment of pernicious anemia. Over-the-counter preparations are available in the form of multivitamins, vitamin B complex, and vitamin B12 supplements. No toxic effects have been reported by large amount of B12 ingestion. Another B vitamin is called folic acid, which is essential for women of childbearing age. This helps prevent neural tube birth defects. Neural tube develops into spine and brain structures while the baby's growing inside the uterus. Not enough of this folic acid can lead to abnormalities involving these structures, including spina bifida or anencephaly, meaning there's no brain development. Neural tube defects can also result in a miscarriage or severely deformed babies. Some of these conditions are not compatible with life. There's also some evidence that folic acid is important in reducing breast cancer risk. Vitamin B12 may also play a protective role when it comes to breast cancer. Folic acid is found in spinach, greens, asparagus, citrus fruit, melons, beans, fortified grains, eggs, and organ meats such as liver. So in summary, B vitamins include B6, B12, and folic acid. These are important in proper brain function, production of normal red blood cells which carry oxygen. They also play an important role in production of amino acids that form our DNA. In addition, they're important for immune system, and some evidence that these may play a role in some cancers, including breast cancer. Folic acid is important for preventing birth defects in the fetus. This is Dr. Jenny Yoon. See you next time.